large General Assemblies with really diverse ages and regions represented. It's so nice. Up hands to all of you for being here. So right now I'm going to take some time to explain the process. And as I said, if you caught it today on the panel, this is really as much a process as it is a protest. It's not casting your vote into a mysterious box and not knowing where it's going. It's seeing each other face to face. It's giving a chance to be empowered to say something or be empowered to feel comfortable that your community will say it for you. And we use very specific tools of communication. They're not the only ways to communicate, but we use specific tools in order to keep things clear, to keep things organized, and to make sure everybody gets to have their say. We use these tools for everyone. Facilitators use these tools, but also everyone in a General Assembly is empowered to use these tools. We as facilitators have no more power than anyone else here. I'm going to repeat that. We have no more power than anyone else here. If you see something that you disagree with, feel empowered to step up and be a part of it. And that's why we use these hand signals. So the first hand signal, one that I like a lot, is this. And you've seen this. This means I like it. This is a really wonderful one. It means I agree. You can flash this really at any time. It's also how we say yes when we're voting on consensus. These are flat hands. It means I'm on the fence. I'm not sure how I feel about this. This is down hands. And this means I don't like this. I'm disagreeing. This is dissent. We cannot get consensus if we see too many flat or down hands. The strongest form of dissent, and I repeat this, the strongest form of dissent that you can possibly have, and I only have one hand, but is a block. This is a block. This is very crucial. This is how you say, I am morally opposed to this. I will leave this conversation. I will leave this room. I will leave this movement if this proposal passes. I've never blocked anything ever. I think the intention is that you use it just a couple times in your lifetime. There's no limit, of course, but blocks are asked to be explained. So be prepared if you throw up a block. Another one that we use that I like a lot, and I'm going to reiterate this again, is roll hands. Yes, I get these a lot. So roll hands means wrap it up. It means I get what you're saying. You're being a little bit redundant, though. It's not supposed to be a rude signal. It's only supposed to say, like, whoa, you are taking up time. I agree. I like to roll hands and flash I like it at the same time. You could do that. Another idea that you could use as kind of the antithesis of roll hands is the pump arm. It means I really like what you're saying and everyone's roll handsing you, but keep going. Another important one is a point of process. This means if you feel that someone is shanghaiing the conversation, that we're talking about what date to meet next week and someone stands up and wants to talk about Obama's presidency or the Iraq War, we're off topic. We could talk about this forever. Throw up a point of process. These are silent signals. This means that, we don't ask you to explain it. We might not say, there's a point of process. But if you start seeing these, realize that you might be getting off the topic. Another important one is a point of information. This is one finger held in the air. I hope everyone's getting this, by the way, because these are a lot. But feel free to ask questions, especially Ben, who might be wandering around. This means I have a point of information. It is one sentence. It's not a time to state your opinion or to continue on a concern about a certain discussion. It's really like, oh my God, you said that the march is going to be at 12:30, but it's really at 2. Point of information. Or, I know pertinent information that's going to not allow this action to happen. We also have a clarifying question. This is pretty much self-explanatory. You have a question, you're kind of unsure, it has to do with the discussion, it's not off the process, throw up a clarifying question, and we'll try to answer it. These can jump stack. We will have a role, we do have a role called stack, and I believe it is Barry and Yeshua today? They're over there. This is a really important way. This is how you get to speak during a General Assembly. We can't all just speak all at once because then we won't get heard. But we do take down every single person's name that raises their hand. We open stack and allow people to get on this list, and we work through this list as much as possible. We will also close stack if we run out of time. We use progressive stack. If we realize that you haven't been speaking much, we might place you higher up on the list. This is subjective, but we use it very, very carefully. But know that that's how you get your chance to speak. You raise your hand politely, you get the attention of the stack taker, and they'll write you down. Another thing that we do is vibes. Laura's going to be our vibes checker today. She's going to be asking how we feel about this. This is when we get to use our nice little wiggly fingers, our twinkles, if you will, our down twinkles, our up twinkles. So Laura will say, can I get a vibe check on that? And everyone will throw up how they feel about that. Step up. Step up. If you haven't been speaking much, but you have something to say, feel free to say it. Get on stack. Have a process where everyone gets heard. So that's the basics of process. We have a point of information?
Some groups